So, do you know any old people? Now, some of you are going, well, yes, I'm watching your video. I guess that's true. I am much closer to the end than I am the beginning of my life here on this earth. But let me describe for you old people. Old people, their eyes go bad. Even the strong people begin to stoop. They lose their teeth. They get up early because they can't sleep. They start losing their voice. They become afraid of heights. They don't have sex, and then they die. Now you're going, what a horrible, where did you get that description? Oh, I got it from the Bible. You know, the real book by a real God about real people in a real world. Read Ecclesiastes 12, the first 6 verses, and that's the way the Bible describes old people. And you're thinking, well, that's horrible. Who wants to be old, and what good are old people? Well, let me tell you the value of older Christians. So if you're an older Christian, I'm going to tell you what's valuable about you. If you're not yet an older Christian, or don't think you are, I'm going to tell you why you ought to value those who are. Number one, older Christians are great prayer warriors. They are intentional prayers. If you ask them to pray for things, they will not just pray once. They will pray for it multiple times a day for days and days and days and days. If we really believe as Christians that prayer is the most important thing you can do about things, then we really ought to enlist our senior saints because they are great prayers. Number two, they're the repository of our great stories of faith. Now, you know that old people like to tell stories. Yeah, they had to walk to school 2 miles each way uphill all the time in the snow. Right. But, ask your older friends to tell you the great stories of faith, what God has done in their life, what God's done in their family's life. How did they become a Christian? Who is the first person in their family to become a Christian? What are the great things God's done in your community of faith? Our older people know those great stories, and we need to tell those. They need to pass those down. Our older Christians are also the voice of experience. There's not much you're going to go on in and tell an older Christian or ask about a situation or describe something happening, and if you say, I don't know what to do, they'll be able to tell you of a similar situation that they witnessed because they've lived a long time. They've seen a lot. And so they have experience. And finally, our older Christians are our living witness to the faithfulness of God. They've seen God do amazing things. They not only are showing us how to live, but they're also sometimes teaching us how to die with dignity and grace and strength and faith because they see clearly the other side. So I love our senior saints. And I'm going to tell you, if you're an older Christian, you do have value. And we younger Christians ought to listen to you because you are our prayer warriors, our storytellers, the voice of experience, and our living examples. So thank you to our older Christians.